Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Goblets and Gays. This is season 4, episode
12.
13.
13. Episode 13. I'm Aubrey, your GM. I'll toss it over to my players to introduce themselves, who they are, who they're playing, and then we will get into everything.
Hello, I'm Aki. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Estrella Bashar Chloris, your quadruple princess bard dragon summoner, child of the Night Queen, grandchild of the Mad King, and all-round magical baddie who also uses she, her pronouns.
Hello, I am Dusty. I use they, he pronouns, and I am playing Joanna of Mexico, bringer of justice, maker of soups, and they use she, her pronouns.
Hello, my name is Ferris. I use she, her pronouns, and I play Dumisa Solfig, a 7-foot semi-possessed barbarian and champion of the night who is very much in love and also uses she, her pronouns.
Hello, I'm Sparlock. I use he, him pronouns. Today I am playing Groon, the walking goblin catastrophe, oracle of flames, healer of wounds, and burner of buildings, though she swears it wasn't her. And Groon uses she, her pronouns.
Hello. My name is Alyssa, and my pronouns are they, them. I am playing Timson Trevino, the god-devouring changeling wizard who is focused on rescuing their late fiancé from purgatory, but also growingly concerned with her influence on this group of younger adventurers. Timson uses she, they pronouns.
Hello, I am Tick. I use he, she, they pronouns, and today I am playing Mero, a monk maiden raised in the underworld, now overcoming parental issues, meeting the Fae, and learning about nature, and being a thought.
Okay. And then I guess the question is, what happened last time?
A lot.
Yes.
So, last time on the gays and the goblets and everything in between, we had a series of conversations and then other stuff happened. But let's get to the conversations first. First, Tamsin and Mero had a wonderful talk about Tamsin deeply and emotionally confessing that they were a lich now. And Mero was just like, oh, what a deep conversation. And Tamsin's like, you knew, didn't you? And I was like, yeah, I did. I'm sorry. They had a bit more of a talk about what it means, what exactly they mean to each other. Tamsin's like, I'm your mom now. You don't have to call me that yet, though, but like, I am your mom now. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're adopted, sign here. After that, also relevant to mention, we were at Estrella's house. She spawned a house and everything looked starry. It was very fancy. It's a very fancy house. We all have like 24/7 luxury now. So we are sitting in this luxury house having luxury conversations, which is why the relevancy is the fact that Deweese and Estrella chose to have their discussion in the bathroom. Out of all the spare bedrooms, just the bathroom. So Demisa and Estrella had to have a discussion about the dangers of getting into combat. Demisa being the most homosexual woman on Maine, being like, please, I can't lose you. Don't go directly into combat again. I'm crying. I'm on my knees like a simp. And I'm like, yeah, same here.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna quote something. Don't go. Don't travel uncharted land. Don't swim in the sea. Have you seen that TikTok sound where people are like looking at their favorite straight couples being destroyed by being wife guys, and it's like, don't swim in the sea. That's exactly. I'm gonna find that TikTok. I'm gonna quote it next time, I swear.
I haven't seen it, but now you have to send it to me.
I will.
Yeah, they essentially had a discussion about what it means to be in combat and in danger. And the key point of this episode was just leaving the room. And Rosa was like, what were you guys doing? And Demisa, dead straight, was just like sex. And we were leaving that in, I hope.
Yes.
Yeah. So, that happened. Demisa panics under pressure. I don't know why. When I thought you guys were having that conversation, my brain mentally imagined Estrella like just chilling on like the toilet, sitting, and Denise was like on her knees, kissing her hand like romantically. Like, please don't go into combat again, babe. And I was like, what the fuck? That's not what's happening. But now I'm not going to get it out of my head. Anyways, homosexuals aside, we went to revive the ultimate homosexual, aka MILF. Tethweir kind of landed and was like, yeah, we found the body. It's not exactly in the best shape, but it's a body. We covered it with a tarp, so you guys don't have to see that right now. And we essentially went into the basement. Estrella just cracked her little ritual knuckles. Is like, all right, I went to college for this. I actually didn't go to college for this, but I studied enough of this to know what I'm doing.
I dropped out of college for this.
I dropped out of college for this, exactly. And we began the ritual to revive Amytis. Immediately, something started going wrong as some unknown force was starting to pull back. And at first we're like, oh no, is it Dawan? But it was, well, not worse, because there's not much in this setting that is worse than Dawan, if anything. It was Chiron, Cheesy Boy. I don't know how to pronounce
You just call him the ferryman.
The fairy dude. The little fairy guy with his little fairy boat. And he was like, oh gosh.
A ferry is a boat.
True, exactly. A fairy is a little boat. Or the name of the fae. It depends. Be careful when making deals with fae, because you might not get a little boat. You might get a whole person. Anyways. We started the ritual, and Estrella felt someone pulling like a really hard tug of war. And I forget who did the initial roll. I think Joanna was the one that started using her brain cell first, because everyone else was busy casting spells, and I didn't have a brain cell to use at the moment. My dice didn't like me, as usual. But it kind of got pieced together. This was the ferryman, and you had to pay his toll, because does the ferryman use he, him pronouns, or is it they, them?
I think it's unknown.
It is unknown at this time.
Yes.
I'm just going to keep with he, him until corrected then.
There you go.
Because it's ferryman. So, ferryman, I'll take it. So, Joanna realized, yes, we have to pay him. He's been working hard, so we're going to do that. And put some gold coins on Amytis' eyes, and they fucking melted away, and it worked. Which is leaving everyone with more questions than answers. But the ritual began to proceed smoother after that, as everyone started making rolls, and I slapped guidance on Estrella as many times as I was allowed to. And
Once per hour.
Once per hour, exactly. Perfect timing. I love this cantrip. It's so useful, specifically for rituals that take an hour between rolls. But after everything was said and done, with the rolls that, Aki is known for, because she has the luck of the gods, and I would like her to share, please. We managed to bring back the ultimate MILF from the grave. We incarnated it as a human. And we ended that session with a group hug on the floor.
How's she the ultimate MILF? Joanna's right fucking there.
I mean, Joanna...
Joanna has been a MILF as well for just as long, if not longer, and popped out 4 kids. This is a numbers game.
Well, the ultimate MILF died and then came back, and possibly, in my theory, came from a different plane and also came back. So I would give the ultimate MILF title to them.
No. But those are simply there is no proof behind that until it's confirmed. She's just a MILF. Even then, she came back as a human. You were born a human, you died a human, you come back a human. How sad. We used a reincarnation spell.
Listen.
She had so many choices and came back basic.
I'll give up the title. It's okay.
You say this as if I control the dice at this point.
I think you did.
I was crying for bird bomb so hard, but no.
I think you did, because it was your dice luck and your dice's luck.
Listen.
So whether or not you did it of course you didn't do it intentionally.
I didn't even have the chart.
Your dice did.
If I had the chart, I would have lied, but I didn't. Full stop, Aubrey. I would have fucking lied about my rules.
This is why I don't share the chart.
Yeah, I would have lied. I would have just done what I had to do, but I couldn't. This is the one time I would have lied, but I couldn't.
Dice said, Mommy, sorry.
But hey, she's just a regular ass guy.
And yeah, Estrella, you are weakened by the ritual as well.
Yes, I don't remember what I'm weakened by.
It has been 3 weeks. I don't remember either. Drained and enfeebled. There you go. You already have those on your character sheet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I looked up. There it is. Drained 1, enfeebled 1.
Yep.
God.
Yeah, you'll be pretty good tomorrow. But Amytis is gonna need over a week.
We're not letting her go into combat anytime soon, if at all, so it's fine.
And then the first thing she tries to do is throw hands.
like, all right, time to fight. Like, no, please, you just came back.
Mhm.
You're at 1 HP.
Don't be treacherous. Don't take treacherous risks. Don't journey across uncharted roads.
Stop.
And don't swim in the sea.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
Our energy is weird because we haven't recorded in 3 weeks. So yes, you have a MILF. You're hugging a MILF. She is very tired. She will also look around and just being like, I don't suppose anybody has any clothes that might fit me. She says as she like holds this tarp around herself.
Out of character, I think that would have been on the list along with some food of things that we probably prepare in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Hold on, I'll just go grab it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just get some simple traveling clothes.
Your basic clothes, and also like put some food there as well. Like, just take your time. Are you feeling okay? Anything else I can get?
I'm good. Says like clearly feeling very weak, but also at the same time not wanting to like show you that. I'm not even gonna make you roll for that.
I can tell. I'm concerned. Well, you have plenty of time to rest, get changed. I think, like, Dumisa's not here right now, right? Is she? Did she go get?
You know what? I don't know, because originally I said yes, then we made a donut joke, so I don't know if that was canon or if that was just a joke.
I think you went to get donuts. I don't know if you're back yet. Yeah, she left to get donuts and she never came back.
How long did Demisa take to get donuts? Did Demisa take 4 hours to get donuts?
No.
Demisa, I'm going to get donuts and then never comes back, just like my dad.
How dare you loop her in with her own mother? Never. Never.
So she said, I'm going to get donuts and didn't fucking come back.
Numisa's probably here, just eating a donut the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like Barrow's kind of like panicked all over the place with like 17 different emotions and also a lot of stuff. So they're just like, yeah, here's some stuff. Demisa, did you bring the food? Estrella's on the floor dying. Oh my god, I'll introduce you to everyone. Just like everywhere all at once.
Well, I've certainly met one of your friends. That's a bit of a faint smile.
I wave, but I'm on the floor. But I wave very
She's
weakly.
also on the floor, so
okay. Well, if we're both on the floor, then I reach out for the weakest fist bump known to man, and just go, hello, ma'am. Ma'am, what are your pronouns, ma'am? I can't assume things.
Estrella, let me get your pronouns before I fist bump you.
Gonna give you a little lap pillow while you rest. Obviously, Estrella, not the mother. The mother can ask other people for a lap pillow. Demisa's occupied.
Anyways, nice to meet you, Miss O'Sullivan Trevino. Look, I read the whole book about you and like how you killed the man with the pencil and stuff, but the book does not specify many things besides being really gay.
There was a book? She says, looking over at Tamsin.
Tamsin looks down and away.
We started the book club because that book was so gay, and now all of Cyrene knows that you're gay. Please know what I'm referencing.
No, yes.
I did.
100%.
I did. I saw it in my head instantly. That's why I had to take a moment.
I was literally gonna say China, and I was like, China, we don't know if China exists yet.
Yeah, so she goes, well, I didn't exactly do a lot to hide it beforehand, but good to know.
I don't think there's anyone that's not gay in Cyrene.
There are a few, probably. I've never met them,
Probably.
but I'm sure they exist.
Yeah, there probably is, but that's Estrella, our wonderful spellcaster.
Yes, we met.
Yes. Are we dumping lore? Let's not dump lore right now. There's Dumisa. She's very strong, very reliable, very gay, as you can tell. Very nice. Very good of a cook.
Oh, hello. It's lovely to meet you.
The one vandalizing the ship over there in the corner is Groon. She's our local healer and firebug.
And Vandal.
Yes, that too.
I see that.
She's very good at it. I
The
think
Vandal part?
Yeah. I think she's vandalized more stuff than I can count at this point. Including your office, but we'll get to that later.
That's fine.
Yeah. I did steal from your office, but we'll get to that later. Tamsin, I think you know. I don't need to introduce Tamsin.
No, you don't.
And there's Joanna, our resident person from Mexico. A resident Tia from Mexico. I don't think you know what a Mexico is, do you?
Joanna waves. Nice to finally meet you. I imagine you're terribly, terribly tired.
I am so exhausted. And, you know, when she looks at you, Joanna, she does like the narrowing of the eyes and kind of just the, did I just hear what I thought I heard? Okay, I'm gonna nod.
Out of character, you motherfucker. In character.
The moment of truth.
Joanna obviously is definitely going to catch that, but it's not going to push because this woman is on the floor on the sheet while everyone around her is being introduced.
Yes.
Yeah, please. There's some food, there's some clothes. We can leave you to just get changed and eat, and I can show you to a room with a bed afterwards.
That sounds lovely. I know I have been technically dead for a while, but oh my god, I am so tired.
Yeah, coming back from the dead does do that to you.
Sorry about that. I still have. This is the second time I've done this ritual spell thing. But I mean, hey! At least this time we got your appearance correct, I think.
Astria, you are literally reviving people from the dead. Please, you also need a rest.
Well, I'm also a perfectionist, so I didn't do good enough.
You did amazing, baby.
Dumisa, forehead kisses, now!
I'll kiss her when I want to kiss her.
Out of character, we need 20 cc's of forehead kisses, stat!
And Amytis goes, it was... I, for a moment, was unsure if it would work, because Ferryman very much does not like people to do that.
Yeah, it was Joanna's quick thinking here that helped us with that.
Yeah, I thank you. Yeah, when I most definitely wasn't given the proper burial, so didn't have that, and
You were aware of being like dead? Never. This is not the time. You should get some napping. But I have
She's
so many
gonna nap.
questions later.
We all have questions, but that's for a future you. That's for a sleep you.
It does appear that we're on some sort of ship, so I think we're going to have time.
A kind of ship is accurate. Yes.
Well, this is gonna blow your mind, and then I'll have to bring you back again.
Maybe don't blow it yet. Maybe let her sleep and then blow it.
I have to. I'm agent of chaos.
Wait, please let Groot heal her
We're
first.
on the airship.
She looks around and just goes, fascinating.
We're on the basement of one. But
I would absolutely love to know how this thing flies. Like, what goes into it?
God juice. Actually, no, I don't know, but you could totally... I'm not going to unveil this question for me. No, I will, because then Mara will have to explain it all. No, I won't. No, I won't. I'm not that evil. I don't have the energy to be that evil. I wouldn't even know where to start. Yes, I would. Yes, I would know where to start.
Please, you can destroy me after she's taken a nap, okay?
Yes.
Yes.
First we nap.
Estrella, you need a nap too.
No.
Yes.
Actually, yes.
Lisa, could you please take her to
I'm gonna carry her to bed.
Yes, both
Okay,
of us.
bye,
Yes.
everyone.
And you just hear Rosalie go, nap time!
Yes,
Come on,
I'll
baby.
nap. Stupid fucking meme. we gotta put that in the community chat with no context.
Yes.
Please.
Got it.
Whoever wants to do that real quick.
Got you. I got you.
I'm gonna save that on my phone though.
I saved it on my computer because I was like, we should post that up on Twitter the week this episode goes out. Or just at any point with no context. But yes, so Estrella, Demisa, Rosalite have left. Does anyone else follow
follows
suit?
to like heal or like because she comes to life with 1 HP, right?
Yeah, so the
Yes.
the HP can be healed, but like what, for example, if she was like a spellcaster, that can't be healed. The spell slots will come in a week. And all of the other status ailments that they have will go away in a week. But the HP you can heal back. I checked that.
Yeah, and just for flavor, question for Aubrey.
Mhm.
So there's no like physical wounds, right? This 1 HP is just like kind of exhaustion type damage.
Yeah, I mean, as far as you can tell, this woman looks like she's never been in a fight in her life.
Okay, so Grun will follow along, be very discreet, because you know and will cast just all of the spells. If we need to figure out before a long rest exactly which, we can worry about that, but...
Let's say you cast enough spells to get her back to full HP. Which, yeah.
That's a number we don't know yet.
Yeah. And essentially, people leave, and looks, I guess it would leave Tamsin and Marrow in there with her.
Yeah, I was gonna step out briefly to let her get changed, like, respectfully.
Yeah. Well, have you done that yet?
Yes, I will do that. I'll say, I'll wait outside. You guys have fun. I'm just wait outside. I'm still a mess.
You guys have fun.
I feel like they're panicking in every single emotion right now. They can fuck up their statements as a treat. Listen, I out of character always say have fun when people go to the bathroom, so like I don't care anymore. Yes, I'll wait outside. You guys can have fun.
Well, Tamsin, you do see Amytis crack a smile at that.
Tamsin is also just sort of staring at Marrow, and then looks back to Amytis and says, "Would you like me to leave as well?"
I guess it depends if you want to leave, she says with maybe a slightly coy smile. But, it has been a while. I'm not gonna... I may ask for a slight hand to stand up. My legs feel a little unsteady right now.
Yeah, of course. And Tamsin, I think, had gotten off of Jeremy to work on the ritual, so we'll call him over and help Amytis get dressed and sort of gesture to Jeremy as like if you need some help getting around while you come back to yourself.
I will probably take you up on that. I've learned over the years to, not put on the brave face anymore.
It's a lesson that we could use help in keeping in mind.
Yeah, and I definitely. Oh my god, I am. Oof. She's, the act of doing all of this, standing up and getting dressed, definitely does seem to tire her out a little bit, and she definitely keeps sort of like a hand on Jeremy, to sort of steady herself as she, sort of getting the feeling of being in her body again. Especially that is definitely what you can probably tell is it's part exhaustion and part, oh my god, like how does one walk again? Essentially, kind of relearning that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that Tamsin, sorry, I looked at chat.
Yeah, that's always a mistake.
Tamsin says, we can get you to your room and get you some food and give you some time to rest up.
Yes, I think I would like that. Just sleep for a bit and then, I guess see the sky again. That's something I'd like. I haven't seen it in so long.
Tamsin looks like devastated at that. That kind of tucks it away a little bit and says, and you still need to meet your grandchild.
He looks a little slightly confused, just being like, it's like, what? Okay, yeah, apparently I need to do that. I am back and suddenly a grandmother.
And Tamsin will call for Marrow.
I put my head inside and be like, hello? Are you good? Do you need any help going to the bedroom? I can carry you.
You don't need to carry me, but, just a shoulder to lean on would be great.
Of course. And I feel like one hand on Jeremy, one hand on me, and it's like perfect.
Yeah. It's just sort of getting the feeling of having limbs again.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I was trying to think what do I say? What do I do? Do I press her with questions? It's too much. You can see that they're thinking about do I ask stuff? Do I wait? Do I think? Do I not think? As I try to help lead her to to take a nap. Because I don't want to overwhelm, but I want to ask stuff. And it's just so how are you?
Amytis smiles and will give you a kiss on the forehead. And I'm just saying, I am the best I've been in years.
I am so glad to hear that. I have so much to ask you when you're rested. I'm containing all my questions.
Yeah, as I said, it looks like we are traveling, so I think you have the time.
There's certainly a lot of time. Yes, it's gonna be.
And I have many questions about this world.
Oh yes, I imagine things have changed quite a bit.
Flying ships? Yeah, that definitely didn't exist.
No, that's new to me too. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, that is new. Are these only been around for a few years or something?
I think this is just the first one.
Oh.
Period.
Wow, you're brave.
I mean, and they just pause and they're just I can fly now, so it's fine.
That's also new.
It is. I don't know why, but I'm not going to question at this point.
Yeah, magic was never my forte, so I honestly have very few answers for you on that front.
I did learn one cantrip. I learned 2 cantrips.
Mm.
Super proud. I had 2 cantrips.
More than I ever got. So yeah, very proud of you.
They look super proud at that statement. I don't have anything out of character. I don't have anything else to ask. If we want to just drop her off in the room, I'm sorry. Well, she needs to rest. I feel bad.
Tamsin, do you have anything before Amytis gets to the room?
Nothing for me. I think that I will sort of nudge Marrow and say, I told her about Barry, but you might want to actually introduce them because I realize that she might think it's a person.
I'll just be like, oh yeah, Tamsin mentioned. I'm gonna, I guess, pull Barry out of my bag. Just be like, this is my new child. Just hold him like a football, you know?
Barry just flaps wings. You just hear.
He apparently has a very foul mouth, but I don't know what he's saying yet.
Amytis. Giant moths. That's also new.
Yeah, I found him one day, and he's really nice, except for the swear words. He's very soft. You want to pet him?
Yeah, she'll just reach out, gently pet the moth. Yeah, it's very soft.
I know. I love him.
Barry is currently training to chew on your gauntlets.
Yeah, Barry likes fabric a lot. Please don't eat that. That's not replaceable easily. Please stop. Just like pick him off. Like, please stop that.
Hold him in a way that he can't get to them.
Yeah, like trying to scruff of his neck with one hand, like away from like. You stop
Like
that.
a cat.
Like a cat. You stop that. You know the Velma meme. One day I'm gonna learn what you're saying, and when I do, if you say another swear word, I'll be very cross with you. Not in front of your grandmother, at least. I know it's probably difficult, but I'm sure you can pull through with it.
It's like fucking
Okay.
Blue's Clues in here.
Yes, you can swear in other places, just not in front of, your parental figures or your grandparental figures. Do you have a deal? Good. I'm gonna put him back in the bag. We're just Blue's Cluesing this shit.
I'm telling you, it's like, you know, like, that's what you're doing. It's like Blue's Clues.
Just, Tim, I might just watch this. What the fuck?
Are you even sure that was the conversation?
Yeah, no, I'm not sure. I'm just guessing. It's the Marrow guesstimate. I feel like
Yeah.
Barry just probably gave up and realized that I can't understand what they're saying yet.
Come find your honorary aunt, Barry. Come find your aunt. She's so nosy. She can translate.
Yeah. So you, Tamsin and Marrow, you leave Amytis in the room just sort of to eat and to rest, or do you stay with her?
Oh, I'm on guard duty.
On guard duty?
I'm staying outside of that room. I'm guarding.
I'm not physically guarding, but I am staying in the room.
Yeah. If there is anything you wanted to ask her about before, she goes to sleep, she'll, be eating for a few minutes. If not, you can just sort of let her go to sleep and ask her questions later.
She needs rest.
Yeah. So the MILF goes to rest.
Honk schnoo, honk schnoo.
So yeah. By this time it is like evening, getting on into night. Because this is a 4-hour ritual done in like the mid-afternoon.
Oh no, it's bedtime. What a shame. Anyways, keeps watch.
I mean, a healthy sleep schedule. Amytis is gonna have a really great sleep schedule.
Yeah, Midas is. I don't think half the party is though.
You better be asleep for a week.
She's gonna be like in and out of consciousness for like a week.
Does Joanna have time to actually speak to Tethmir now?
Yeah, you can if you want.
Yeah, I think after everyone's kind of gone away, Joanna will go to the office to knock and it's like, would now be a good time to have a conversation or later?
As you do this, and you kind of see, and Tethwir is poring over these maps and stuff, sort of like a map table, and is kind of plotting the next course. And looks up and just goes, "Yeah, actually, it'd be a really great time. Feel free to sit. Do you want anything to drink?"
Joanna walk over, take a seat, and say, "I don't need a drink right now."
Okay. Yeah.
And Joanna kind of like has her hands like folded on her lap, and she's just kind of like thinking for a moment, and just what does it mean for I guess for you to be a god? That's yeah. Well, I cannot begin to understand at this moment, but
That's
yeah.
it's hard to say. It's a question that I definitely have pondered quite a bit over the many years. But what's come down to, like, for me is, I don't know, one of the things I always believed is freedom. Everybody should be free to seek life as they see fit, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else. Be free to chase your dreams. Kind of, yeah. They give a little bit of a whimsical smile at that. And I like to feel like I uphold that ideal.
Is anyone with this? And she's gonna kind of like open and close her hand into a fist, kind of like feeling like, the power that she hasn't had for most of her life. Has anyone ever walked away from this?
Supposedly. I mean, I was talking to Stolzrum a little bit over this travel, because not often you get to speak to someone who used to be a god. And Zolzrum actually did willingly give up his power before he was unfortunately killed. And according to Zolzrum, the dragons would regularly do that. Every 1,000 years or so. The power itself wants to move on. Find a new bearer. And the dragons would let that happen. And there would be... Then once the powers found their new home, will make themselves known, and the previous god would instruct the next one how to uphold their responsibilities. Say if you were like, the keeper of the underworld. The previous keeper of the underworld would guide you in how to do that.
Would 1,000 years is definitely long enough to figure that out.
One would hope.
Gosh. Right, one would hope. How would I even, just because I got this power from them, that doesn't actually make me and Joanna's gonna wave her hands in a god, right? This power, I took it so I could protect people, but doesn't make me, right?
I mean, kind of. I guess it's hard to say. There's a lot of times where I don't personally feel like a god, but have these powers for a reason. Kind of, sort of. It's hard to say. I think really, if as cheesy as it sounds like follow your heart. You know, I know it's really bad advice, but it's kind of just like you kind of you'll know, like instinctually, like these powers just like if you want to protect people, then that power will help you protect people. And that's kind of the idea, is when you are the ideal pillar, whatever, but you're already kind of somebody people look up to. I mean, I've seen the rest of the group.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of think of it on like maybe a bigger scale. Like, even if people don't know you exist, but that person, protecting their sibling from bullies on the playground, or someone facing down a group of bandits to protect their family. They're upholding the ideals of protection. They'll have your blessing.
Gosh. Should I make myself known? Should I just... I don't... Well, if they just seek... Will I start hearing people? Like, I heard that's a thing that if you pray to them, you could talk. How will they know if I do, how will that...
It's
a lot.
It is weird because it is kind of, you hear prayers, but it's not like it's constantly you're hearing them. It's they're there, you can listen if you want. And you don't have to give them an answer. It's sometimes people just want something to talk to.
Joanna is gonna like nod quietly and just... Okay. I feel this is somehow giving me even more to think about. But
It's a lot.
I appreciate hearing more.
Yeah, Kyria or Lila are probably better to talk about for God things. They've been doing it longer, and I don't want to say they care more, like care a lot, but they're just better at it than I am.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate this. But what are you planning? Is this just routes to get back or get to where we're headed?
Yeah, plotting our course for Cressa, because we're gonna have to go around the mountains and stuff. So best way to do this, and there's certain airspaces that I probably want to stay away from.
Okay.
So it's kind of boring, but I enjoy it.
I think I will leave you to it, since I will be of no help. I'm gonna go. I guess I'll start working on dinner. All right.
Sounds great. I wish you luck.
Joanna will give him a kind smile and then walk out.
Does anyone else have anything they'd like to do tonight? As in this night in game?
Guard outside of this room basically all night. I feel like we all know that Joanna's a god now. And Miro knows fully well that if you pray to a god, they can sort of hear that message. So I kind of want to test it, like as an in-character curiosity. Can I pray to Joanna?
Sure.
I I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna be like, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Is this working? I don't actually know if this is working. Can you bring some tea if you can hear what I'm saying? Thanks.
I think Joanna is in the middle of chopping carrots and the knife flies out of her hand.
It's kind of like a sending message almost.
Oh my god! We can just
Yeah.
The new loophole. We start praying to each other.
The more gods we accumulate, the less we need to voice spell slots.
I'm just like, I'm praying. I don't think this is gonna work, but if it does, can you bring me a cup of tea? Because I'm gonna keep watch like all night. I'm curious to see if this is working. I need like solid proof.
Yeah, again, in the kitchen, Joanna accidentally throws a knife. It maybe hits the ceiling and stuck there. And it's just going to use message because she has this. It's like, Mero, is this an actual request or are you just pulling the leg?
Oh my god, I'm gonna pray back. I never thought I'd say the words. I'm gonna pray back to someone. She'd be like, I wanted to know if this would work, and I guess this is confirmation, but a cup of tea would be really nice because you make very good tea.
Next time, I know you walk very fast. You could just come find me. I'll bring the tea.
Thank you.
So you take Mero some tea.
I
Thank you for
take
the tea.
Mero some tea. Yes.
Thank you for the tea. So what did it sound like? Was it just like a general vibe of someone wanting tea that you felt, or?
No, it was like you were talking in my head, which is very surprising. I threw a knife, by the way, so maybe I don't know how you're gonna give me warning next time.
Huh, it's just like, it's like sending, I guess, but I can just, we can just all talk to you at any point in time. You're never
Joanna's
gonna know
eyes.
peace.
Joanna's eyes get so wide and just she's gonna look at you, Mero. Mero, you tell no one.
I'll take the cup of tea and be like, I'll consider it.
Please, like I didn't pray to my mom for the answer to a math
Yeah.
equation. I kid you not. You at one of these days, sometime during our travel, you're gonna get a prayer from Estrella going, "Help, help! I need protection. My girlfriend keeps trying to get me to sleep, but I've just woken up from a 4-hour nap. I need the help."
4 hours is not
Joanna.
enough.
Messaging
Joanna.
spell, perish then.
Joanna will just cast sleep.
Yeah, Joanna, you do get like the feeling like now that you kind of understand how this works, like if you focus on it, you can kind of just like ignore it, and then it just gets sorted into like unread messages.
Oh, like my spam message. Yeah. Great. Okay,
Okay,
good to
I
know.
won't
Good to
spam
know.
you. I won't spam you. Please don't put me on the ignore button. Please don't report me as spam.
Ignore.
I wonder how many gods have me on ignore at this point. I wonder- Out of character, I'm not going to test this, but I'm curious if Joanna has me on ignore at this point. Like, I'm not going to test it because it's dangerous, but I'm like, does he have me on ignore at this point? Did he put me to the spam folder? Am I in Joanna's spam folder?
I know Demisa's in Sershu's spam folder and has been forever. She popped her into spam when she was born.
all I want to say is I'm pretty sure Mero has been a deleted contact.
Blocked.
or a blocked number. Like that's
Blocked.
just the vibe Doan gives me, you know? He's a very omni man.
Yeah, he's
my
blocked
God.
at this point.
With
Like,
no, listen. That's the memes we were using in chat because when Invincible first came out, and I
Mhm.
don't think we had Dusty or Alyssa yet
I don't
on
think
the
so.
main team. Those were the memes we're throwing at a Tick on a
Yup.
regular basis. What's another
Good
17 years? Like we were throwing it at Tick on a
Yeah.
regular basis. Okay, no redemption, just Omni Man.
all right. That answers my question. Thank you. I will
Mhm.
consume my tea and keep my watch.
Mero, make a fortitude save to stay awake.
Okay.
Because Joanna, did you give them like sleep tea? It's also just like
No.
you're attempting to stay up all night, and
That's fine.
you've had a very busy couple of days.
That's fine.
It's not like it's not gonna be an incredibly high DC, but it's just like, do you get tired? You're gonna deal with levels of exhaustion, but like it's like how many levels of exhaustion are you dealing with?
Aubrey, take a shot in the dark to what I rolled.
A 1?
Yeah. So that's a total of 27, but I don't think that's gonna save me.
Now only do you go to sleep. You go straight to your own room. You just forget.
I fall asleep in front of the bedroom. I just
Yeah,
fall asleep
you
on the
do.
floor.
Like after, it's about like you hang on as long as you can. It's like 2 in the morning, and then you're just out.
I was hyping myself up. Like, this is literally the only way I'm gonna fail this is if I get a nat 1, because even a 2 would be like a 28, which is probably fine. But no. The one staring at me, I'm like, okay, yeah, this tracks.
It's the adrenaline crash, you know?
Yeah. These dice are no longer my best friend. Honk schnoo, honk schnoo.
Not the fucking honk schnoo. Get out.
So, Joanna, when you finally go to sleep, at a point, you're not sure when the night, you feel like you're waking up. And when you do sit up, you find yourself in unfamiliar surroundings.
Joanna sits up and immediately is like preparing, because every time this happens, because it's not the first time it's happened, it's been concerning. Does she have any of her stuff, or is it just definitely like she wakes up just like
You wake up.
empty-handed?
How would you project yourself in a dream? Would you, in the dream, be in whatever you went to sleep with, or knowing this, would you, in your dream self, be ready?
I think in her dream self she would be ready, but it's with like what she has when she first went to Cyrene. So she just like has like the rusty old machete in her hand.
Yeah, you do have that. It's like that. You are in this massive stone cavern. And I say massive, ceiling is probably 100 feet up. And there are sort of all these like glowing lichen and things like that, casting this area in an eerie glow. And you get a presence, you get a feeling you are not alone in here. Kind of just outside of your vision, you get a feeling that there's someone else.
Joanna will, I guess, like fully sit up, fully stand, and just start walking slowly, definitely like having the weapon at her side ready, and just, who is here?
You hear this deep, booming voice. It's a voice that sounds like it's echoing throughout the cavern. Go. Another has been chosen. Who are you?
My name is Joanna. Who am I speaking to? What's going on?
I am sometimes known as the one who came before. Others call me Thanaton.
Is a friendly conversation?
Yes. Yes, this is. I would just like to know the person who has a piece of my soul.
A piece of and like Joanna pauses, but then there's like sudden realization. Does the power I took come from you?
A long, long time ago, I split my soul into many, many pieces to create the gods.
Oh,
I'm still here, and I like to follow who has them.
I suppose I do carry a piece. I do have questions about it if you are willing to answer.
I'm afraid our time is limited, but I will answer what I can. Joanna, I ask, what do you stand for?
I am here to protect those who need it the most, to help those that are stuck in the endless fight win it.
A wise choice. Now, we only have time for one question. What would you like to know from me?
Why do I deserve to have this power?
I sense great desire to protect the ones you love and to fight for those who need it. In the end, I think that's more of a question for you. I don't make these choices. I can only hope that my soul has found good people.
And I think Joanna's grip on her weapon tightens and just... Thank you. Is there ways to reach you? Or...
Not really, but sometimes I have enough power to reach out. I'm not as strong as I used to be. And this creature seems to be part of the cavern itself, and almost. This very large creature made of lichen, rock, crystal, everything you would find in the earth. I will find you again in the future. I don't know how long that will be. You can kind of start feeling yourself getting sleepy.
I
Do you
think
fight against it, or do you just let it happen?
I think Joanna's gonna let it happen, and I think she's just gonna like squeeze out the last phrase, like, "I will try to do good by you," and then fall asleep.
Yep. As you do, you wake up in your room.
Fuck me.
You get a God message in your brain just as I set the kitchen on fire. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Joanna just goes back to bed.
Yeah. And then before you know it, it's the next morning.
Yay, I'm asleep on the floor.
Yes, you were asleep on the floor outside your mom's room.
Honestly, out of character, it's my typical Tuesday, so it's fine.
Slightly concerning.
Sometimes just gotta take a nap on the floor, you know?
That's fair. So, what are the last things people need to do in Zarage? Mara, you are picking up a gauntlet. Is there anything anybody else needs to do before you set off?
Do we still need anti-scrying stuff, or are we just sort of good / fucked regardless at this point?
I think we were going to try to get that.
The two other things, you can get those for sure. Now that Sienna has her wife back, you can get those. Those are relatively simple.
I feel like the anti-scrying necklaces are still good for when we are in general travel.
Especially on our new god. That seems like an important one to hide.
I feel like, personally, I feel like if anyone's fucked, it's Joanna, because you just don't become a new god without all the other motherfuckers not noticing.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, Joanna needs one.
Yeah.
Like, to the point where actually I think Doomy might give Joanna hers.
Well,
while we wait.
Weren't we like asking them to do that like before the big fight?
We were, but I can't remember if we got it or not.
Yeah, they said it would be like a day.
It was done because it was going to take some time.
It was gonna. You could pick them up this morning if you had requested them before the big fight.
Yeah.
Because yet again, it's Sienna was like, "I'd love to do them. I don't have my rune person here. Please find my rune person, my wife."
My wife.
My wife.
Thank you, Aki. I was going to say that, then I realized I would have picked up on Dusty's mic.
You should have. Just from the background, you hear Tamsin whispering, "My wife," like Borat. Actually, I feel like the only thing we should do, I'm double checking the thing before I say it. Yep, we might want... Actually, no, we are so good on healing potions. I didn't notice the other one. We're actually fine unless anybody wants to go shopping. I don't know, we got +1 shield. Does anybody want that? Want the +1 of the shield?
I don't. Shields are for babies. Sorry, Joanna.
That's fine. You won't get protected anymore.
Yeah, just that's fine.
I think I'll take it because I don't have a +1 shield. I just have sturdy shield, so I can probably move the rune later.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll just give that to you. I have no idea how long we've had this in. It's just been chilling in the bag.
You know, it's not a lot of time to check our inventory, to be honest.
Yeah, we do a lot of stuff. We also have a Wand of Magic Missile. I don't know what level this is. It just says Wand of Magic Missile.
I think it was a very low level.
It's super low level. Do we want to sell it, or do we want to give it to like, I don't know, to like Grune? Or do we want to give it to Barry?
Could
Could
Barry
Barry operate a wand?
Not
Zolzur
yet.
can. Zolzur's a poppet.
So okay.
Zolzur's scary.
Also a pet person thing?
So Okay, I can actually answer this. He counts as a familiar, so I can give them the ability. I can't figure out give him the ability to talk and also manual dexterity. So I think he could use a wand, but doesn't have either of those right now.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure he would lose the ability to fly.
He doesn't have the ability to fly. He can't fly.
Has he just been fucking chilling this whole time?
Yes.
Oh, that's rancid.
He can't. I don't
Flaps
have
his
that many
useless
abilities.
wings. Like,
Yeah.
like
Oh, it's a
parents, I wish to
penguin.
fly.
That costs a whole ability I don't have to give
I
him
was
right
gonna.
now.
What? Can I ask what abilities you actually have now? I'm so curious.
I can only have two. The first one is he can restore one of my focus points, and the second one is like these are both once a day. The second one is he can heal me a bit. I think it's like something d8s equal to my level or whatever. So like
Yes,
it's a
I know
he's
that.
a pocket healer. He doesn't have to fly. When I
You're-
get more slots, he can get rights, but not yet.
Oh, okay, yeah, and then technically every sleep, Barry would also heal a certain amount of hit points. But if you drain Barry of hit points, I hope you know that they poof away until the next day.
Time to set off towards Cressa.
Yeah. I just go
Okay.
get my gauntlets. I immediately come back to my mom's room and I sit down again, waiting for her to wake up.
Actually, no, this doesn't have to be done in Zerich. Just fly.
Yeah, you are flying. Anything you want to do along the way? Any conversations Joanna wants to have, maybe with anybody?
Yeah, Joanna, want to tell us about how you have someone's soul in your body now?
Yeah, Joanna.
Kind of gay.
Absolutely not. She needs to talk to like the mommy god first,
The mommy god.
which is Kyria.
No, I know that. It's just like, damn, god of moms. I see.
I just want, because my brother is still here, I just want to show Kratos my child and then go do the thing, Rosie.
Oof. And Rosie becomes a little tiefling. Kratos, I don't know, looks like he's gonna keel over from cuteness.
How long can you do it for?
1 hour.
Yes! This is our
It's
thing
just like,
now.
wow, that's really impressive. It just like picks up, holds up Rosie, just like, yay!
She's so small. She's so wobbly in this form. It's so fun.
Do mom or dad know yet?
No, not at all. Actually, the only people who know would be like grandpa, obviously everybody here, and Theseus. Yeah, that's it. Nobody else knows because I haven't seen them yet.
You're
We defeat-
probably-
Oh, sorry.
yeah,
Go ahead.
I
Go
was like,
ahead.
you're
go ahead.
probably gonna end her with this. How cute this is.
Right? Oh my god. We defeated the god, and this is what happened afterwards. It's, well, actually, before. But, like, you know, the vibe is the
Mhm.
same.
Yeah. No, I get it. And he's just carrying her at this point. Like he's like doing it one-handed.
The hips, like
Yep.
a like a basket. Like,
No, he's not even doing that. He's just holding.
that's true. I don't think he needs the hips.
Yeah, he's
I-
just, that's so much muscle in that man.
Yeah, exactly. He kind of every now and then I keep changing what I think his body looks like, and now it's slowly becoming more Dorito shaped, like but
Mm.
like the square on the top.
Mhm.
Not the square, sorry, the
Triangle?
longer side. Yeah, the longer side of the
Yeah.
top, and then the pointier parts are like the slutty waist. and then we can just stick another Dorito on top and make it like an hourglass.
So he's got that Captain America figure.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, you're right.
Captain America, Dorito shaped.
It was 100% like Kratos from God of War. Like,
that
figure,
too. Kratos
which-
is.
he kind of got them. He got them like. He got the male wife hips.
Yeah.
He's such a male wife.
Yeah.
Born to be a male wife, forced to be a hack and slash RPG hero.
You could be both.
No, you can't. They like keep killing his wives. No, he can't. He can't.
Keep
This
killing everyone
man-
he loves.
This man, from the very first game to the very last game, has only wanted to do one thing:
Love his wife.
family. That's it. And no, everybody won't let him do the family thing. That's
Yeah.
it.
They're like, no, you gotta murder gods.
Kratos is the weirdest mix between Zagreus and Don Toretto. Anyways,
What?
Don Toretto. He's
Give
a
me 5
family.
minutes.
exactly.
Kratos will carry Rosie for the entire hour.
Only for the hour. Once she turns back to a dragon, it's all over.
Oh, we'll continue to carry her, which is the dragon. But just differently. You know, because different shape now.
Quite literally, yeah. Rosie's super fluffy also as a tiefling because of hair. Like it's
Yeah.
and the tail is also a lot different. Like looks the same, but it's different because it's on a humanoid body. This
Mhm.
Rosalite can walk just fine as a dragon. When she is a humanoid baby, she just rolls. She waddles for like 2-3 steps and then has to sit. That's it. She got weak legs when she's a humanoid. She's actually her age, probably.
She's used to having more legs.
Exactly. She's used to having extra help, and it's different. Also, the tail would be such a hindrance on your hind legs because
Mhm.
it's of the way it's shaped. It's so different. She also can't even eat proper meat the way she eats normally with the humanoid teeth. It's not the same.
No, it has to get cut up for her.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god. And drinking
Little
water
pieces.
is completely different too. Tongue's not as long. The snout's not there. She'll just dump a whole cup.
She can use a cup instead of like lapping it up, which is what I assume she usually does.
I think we got a sippy cup for her at some point because I feel like
Probably.
it's still like the motion is way different. Have you ever seen a child drink from a regular cup?
Oh,
It
yes.
goes all over them and like spills. She needs a sippy cup because that my feral little baby, like she needs a sippy cup.
Feral. Most small children are feral.
Yeah, they'll just bite your fingers.
You'd be
What?
amazed what gets on the floor after they eat. Things you didn't even feed them.
So yes, I believe that's a pretty good place to end this episode. And yeah, so Tick, take us out.
Hello, gamers. Thank you for listening to another wonderful episode of Goblets and Gays. If you like what we do here in this wonderful gamer chamber, feel free to follow us on Twitter @Goblets and Gays. We post all sorts of amazing content. Give us a solid 5-star review and support us on Patreon so we can continue to make the content that you love and enjoy. Remember, stay safe, eat your vegetables, and fuck you, Craig.
Fuck you, Craig.
Hey everybody, Aubrey here with a fun little announcement. Goblets and Gays is now an affiliate over at Adventure Dice, and we know how much we all love those math rocks. So if you need some new math rocks in your life, go over to adventuredice.ca and in the checkout code, enter our promo code GOBLETS for 10% off. But also, they have dice. They have other TTRPG accessories and tabletop goodies, dice trays, condition rings, and things like that. Little spell casting stuff. Great stuff there. Go check them out and support our show. Thank you.
Be gay. Roll dice.
An LGBTQIA actual play podcast network.